Welcome in, everybody, to TV Sports 27, and it's time for another episode of WWE Universe Mode. We are inching closer to literal Armageddon in WWE, the first pay-per-view of the Kevin Owens era, WWE Armageddon, and it's going to be the first ever Stadium Stampede match in WWE history between Retribution and the Judgment Day, a 16-person war that's going to go all over the stadium. Yes, we are going to be in a stadium. This show taking place out west. It's going to be taking place in Las Vegas. It's going to be at the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium, so a massive stadium. The roof is going to be open on that day. The sunlight will be coming in, and they're going to be battling all over the stadium. And one group is going to come and meet their Armageddon. The quote from our boss, from our owner, Kevin Owens, the new boss of WWE. So we have just 8 shows before we get to Armageddon, and let's kick off Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. Coming onto the airwaves here, WWE Universe Mode in New York. We're in the Garden, Madison Square Garden. This should be a big show. And we kick off Monday Night Raw from Madison Square Garden here with Bayley. Of course, Bayley, Sasha Banks, they've been dealing with Shayna Baszler, Charlotte Flair the last number of weeks here on Raw and on SmackDown. We know we have officially booked for Armageddon. It is going to be Huggin' Boss Connection, Bayley and Sasha Banks, and a tag team matchup against Shayna Baszler, the WWE Women's Champion, and Miss Money in the Bank, Charlotte Flair. So it's kind of interesting. On one side of the ring, you're going to have the Women's Champion and the Women's Champion briefcase holder. Of course, Bayley picking up a win over Charlotte Flair last week in Universe Mode. So kind of just amplifying this opportunity here. And a big opportunity as well for Bayley, because we've kind of been talking about throughout the weeks that leading up to Armageddon, obviously you see Shayna Baszler's title is not going to be on the line at the pay-per-view because she's been running through the competition, almost kind of mirroring what she did during her time with NXT, where she kind of destroyed all the competition, and that's what's going on right now. And she may get a she still got to work, but as far as defending the title, you get a pay-per-view off in this one. So Bayley, Shayna Baszler, about to get underway, kicking off Monday Night Raw. Oh, are you kidding me with the low battery? I just charged this thing. All right, well, I'm getting a brand new controller sent to me because we're getting ready to start up the RXFL again, and you guys know my other controller was busted. I suppose I do have my other controller as a backup. That's crazy how often this one's dying. Maybe I need to get 2. If the other controller's good, battery, maybe I just need to get another one of that kind. But, oh, man, you guys, the last time, it wasn't even that many streams ago. I guess I just need to charge this thing after every session. So this will probably die in the middle of the show, and I'll plug up another controller here. So the Women's Champion taking it right to Bayley here in the early going. 6 matches tonight on Monday Night Raw, including a huge main event from the Garden. You know it's the Garden, so you got big shows, big matches. The main event, tables, ladders, and chairs between Retribution and the Judgment Day. The winning group will get to challenge for a championship the following week on Monday Night Raw. So obviously right now the titles held by Retribution are the women's tag team titles and the Intercontinental Championship. Currently at Armageddon, the Intercontinental Championship match is booked between Robert Roode and Kane. I suppose if he wanted to have that a week early, he could. But on the other side, the Judgment Day currently holding the WWE Undisputed Championship. So the winning group in that matchup will have the opportunity to challenge for any belt that they like, that the other team holds, coming up next week on Monday Night Raw. So big stakes on that one. We also have tonight booked on Monday Night Raw for the very first time in the Kevin Owens era. Oh, what a spear by Baszler. Of course, you guys know Kevin Owens, the big boss of WWE, and he's pretty much running Raw by himself while he's given duties of SmackDown over to his best friend, Sami Zayn. Tonight on Raw, the brand new ECW champion CM Punk will be on Raw, and he will be in action going up against Braun Breaker. Breaker just a 3 count away from becoming the WWE Undisputed Champion, and he's got an opportunity now to take on CM Punk and maybe get a foothold in the ECW title picture. But very first time since Kevin Owens just took over that Punk has gotten a match on Raw, and he is the ECW champion. If you guys want to check that out, every episode of ECW is up at patreon.com/tbsports27. There you see it top right. So don't forget to check it out. And like I said, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Buy a sub and gift it to somebody. $5 gets you in the door. There's a couple different levels, but if you want the bonus content, if you want to get a little bit of extra, we're trying to give you something at least once a week. We're trying to make it where every Friday we'll jump on and do a little something for Patreon. And right now we're doing ECW, the Legends Hockey League, the Legends Football League, getting ready to start back up over there on Patreon. Our Utah Utes post-game show takes place there on Patreon as well. So don't miss a second of the action. Patreon, $5 gets you in the door. Bunch of different levels. And Shayna Baszler right now has Bayley in quite the way with the Karafuda clutch. Karafuda clutch right now locked in. But Bayley with those elbow shots to Shayna Baszler, able to fight out of it and hits the clothesline onto the WWE Women's Champion. So we got a lot of champions in action tonight. We got the Women's Champion in action, the ECW Champion in action, the Undisputed Champion will be in action. We have brand new Tag Team Champions. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are your new Tag Team Champions. Elbow drop from the top for Bayley into the cover here onto Shayna Baszler. Baszler's going to power out at a count of 2. We're going to run down the card as well for Armageddon throughout this broadcast for you guys. Of course, if you had been a member of the TB Sports Clubhouse on Patreon, we ran down the entire card on the latest episode of ECW. So you would have gotten that information early and ad-free before everybody else. So we appreciate our patrons, but we appreciate everyone that tunes in, whether you're a patron or you're tuning in here on Twitch or YouTube. The best way you can help support the channel is just hit that follow button and subscribe on YouTube and thumbs up the video. Helps us out. We appreciate it. Big shot to the midsection, clubbing blow from Shayna Baszler. And once again, yeah, she's got that locked in. And this, I don't know if Bayley's breaking out of this thing twice. Bayley might be, oh my God, are you kidding me? Bayley, 2 times the Karafuda clutch, and Bayley is going to fight out of it. This is unreal. Bayley takes a shot. Oh, Shayna Baszler countering back. Oh, and for the 3rd time, that's it. What an effort from Bayley. And it took 3 Karafuda clutches, but yeah, there's no coming back from that. They'll have an opportunity, though. Domination for Shayna Baszler continues, but coming up at Armageddon, it is the tag team matchup. Shayna Baszler and Charlotte Flair teaming up to go up against Bayley and Sasha Banks. And wait a minute. Charlotte Flair coming out? No. Oh, well, from behind. No. This is unreal. These two have just been attacking Bayley left and right. It comes to a head at Armageddon. Bayley and Sasha versus Charlotte and Shayna Baszler. Unreal. We now head into tag team action here on Monday Night Raw, and it's going to be An interesting matchup here. We're going to see the Natural Disasters, who have been teaming up with Shinsuke Nakamura as late, and we know officially signed at Armageddon is going to be Bobby Lashley one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura. But you're seeing Imperium here, who were on the NXT side of things, did not win the contract to come into WWE, so they are free agents, but they're getting an opportunity here on Monday Night Raw. You see that from time to time, especially Kevin Owens. He wants guys to grind it out on the independents, much like he had to do, but he's also going to give an opportunity for guys to come in every so often. If they can win and impress, they'll get a spot on the roster. So a huge opportunity for Mr. Fabian Eichner or Giovanni Vinci. What do we call him? I guess we want to call him Giovanni Vinci. We got Ludwig Kaiser on the other side. And we got the Natural Disasters, who, like we said, they have been helping Shinsuke Nakamura because of their relationship in Japan. Of course, you got Earthquake, Typhoon. They've made many, many trips over in Japan. And as they head out, quick moment real quick to hit some plugs. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but if you could, support the channel, follow on Twitch, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up on YouTube. It helps us out. We've been getting really good hits on our NFL 2K5 videos that have been going up, and we're getting hundreds and hundreds of views, but we're just not getting the subscribers. So people are checking us out, but maybe not coming back for more. So help the channel out, subscribe. Of course, you got Patreon, Streamlabs, Ko-Fi for live on Twitch. Streamlabs is where you can hit us up, and of course, Ko-Fi the rest of the time you can hit us out. And we'll give you some shout outs too every time you sign up on Patreon or give us a little love on Ko-Fi or something. We'll shout you out. Of course, we'll read it out. We'll say, we'll shout. You guys know we're good for that. So here we go. Natural Disasters, Imperium. Coming up next is the hour number 1 main event of Monday Night Raw, and it's going to be a Retribution versus Judgment Day match as we get ready for Stadium Stampede coming up in Vegas, the Raiders Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. The roof is going to be open that day. Kevin Owens says, I want the roof open. It's going to be a December day in Vegas with the roof open, West Coast, and they're going out there and they're going to tear down Las Vegas, so it's going to be a good one. But the hour 1 main event coming up, you guys know last week on Monday Night Raw, we had a tag team match scheduled between T-Bar and Mace going up against Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. That one ended in a no contest when almost in a Stadium Stampede preview, they kind of went all over the arena and tore things up. And so tonight, it is going to be in your hour number 1 main event. It is going to be Damian Priest, the man that's been on a complete tear, a complete winning streak. He is going to go one-on-one with Machine from Retribution. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to be lights out. It's going to be big action here. Complete domination right now by the Natural Disasters. Oh my gosh, it's not even. You guys know how Gunther is on real life TV when these guys lose. How do you think he's feeling sitting at home watching this? Earthquake, Typhoon. These guys are no joke, and to think that they got the Hurt Business in their crosshairs. We know we got Nakamura and Bobby Lashley coming up at the pay-per-view. Who knows? Maybe we get a little. Maybe we can see Earthquake and Typhoon. Oh my God, the big slam. That might be it for Imperium. Squash down. We got one cover on one side of the ring. Earthquake kicks out. However, oh, just surviving. Giovanni Vinci getting there in just the right moment. And Vinci with a huge powerbomb. Wait a minute, out of nowhere, Imperium and Earthquake comes in to break it up. Give Imperium credit coming here with this big fight. They're hanging in there despite a beating. Oh, what we got? We got Dan joining us in the chat. Welcome, Dan. Glad to have you aboard for some Monday Night Raw action. Tonight was almost an arena football night, but I figured since at the time that we're streaming this that WWE was doing their best of, you know, people are looking for some brand new WWE, so like, we'll give it to them tonight. Maybe be on the lookout for some arena football later this week. Earthquake, though, that's the Earthquake smash. That crushed Hogan, that crushed Damien, and it just crushed Imperium. Done. And the Natural Disaster is looking for maybe MVP and the rest of the Hurt Business coming up at Armageddon. Stay tuned for that one. It was quite a dominant effort. Yes, the big squash. Squashed him. Natural Disasters pick up the win. Angelo Dawkins, MVP. Be on the lookout. The Disasters are here. They want their shot. In our hour number 1 main event, Judgment Day versus Retribution.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring,
Damian Priest has been on an absolute tear since joining up with the Judgment Day. It has been night and day since his time with Sami Zayn and the Conspiracy to his time here with Retribution. Of course, the big breakup, and now Sami Zayn in charge of SmackDown, so we haven't really seen, you know, too much of them kind of going toe-to-toe. You got to wonder if there's still some bad blood there.
and his opponent from Hubbard, Oregon, weighing in at 300.
And here's Machine of Retribution. Falling in line with the Retribution, the mask, the singular name. Of course, formerly a tag team known as Heavy Machinery, so you can imagine where the name came from. And here we go. Part 1, main event of Monday Night Raw. As always, if you guys are joining us live on Twitch, like Dan the Legend, or if you're joining us on Patreon, then we're going to continue on with this episode of Monday Night Raw. We got the KO show coming up next. We possibly got SmackDown coming up after that. For those of you watching on YouTube, you're going to want to make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up on this video, and come on back tomorrow, because you're going to get part 2 of this show tomorrow, including CM Punk in action, his first match as ECW champion. He'll be in the ring. He'll be wrestling Braun Breaker, and our tables, ladders, and chairs main event between Judgment Day and Retribution. This is just a preview of the main event, so you guys do not want to miss coming back and seeing the tables, ladders, and chairs main event in that one. It's going to be big business coming up. We also understand that on ECW, you guys aren't going to want to miss signing up over at Patreon, because we're going to see for the first time in, gosh, how many years? 15 years? Shawn Michaels is going to be on ECW. Of course, you guys maybe remembered he and Triple H, as part of D-Generation X, appeared on ECW back in 2006, 2007 or so. And they're going to be making their return. Shawn Michaels, open fight night. You know, every match on ECW held under Extreme Rules. And it's going to be the rubber match with Finn Balor. Of course, signed at Armageddon, the dream match. You guys are going to get it at Armageddon. AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels. That's going down at Armageddon. But before then, on ECW, Michaels and Balor in an Extreme Rules contest. No rules. We're going to see what happens there. We're going to get any interference from AJ Styles or not. Or are they going to keep this thing civil? We'll have to see. Meanwhile, look at the... Oh, my goodness. I was just about to say. I might have jinxed him. Might have done the announcer jinx. I was just about to say Priest was dominating. And then here comes Machine. Fighting right back into this thing. Machine. Dan is in shock right now. Tie up. Oh, nice counter by Priest. Wild shot, though. Misses. And he gets Damian Priest right across the top blue ropes, the red ropes, or the blue ropes, rather, of Monday Night Raw. The former red ropes of Raw. Squashing Priest into the corner. Machine. How about the athleticism from the big man? Forget about it. Priest, though, able to kick out. Machine fighting back into this thing out of nowhere. Now just stomping away on Damian Priest. Oh, what a counter. Nice shot to the midsection. Priest knocking down Machine. You got to watch that guy. He's got a screwdriver and whatnot tucked away. It could be in all sorts of a bad way. The cover, and Machine is going to power out. Priest headed up top. Dropping the elbow. Pins him again. And once again, only a 2 count. Priest, though. What do you think? Is he getting ready for the reckoning? The crossroads? No! It's countered by Machine. Countered by Priest. They're going back and forth. Now, he hits it. The reckoning. And Damian Priest gets the win. Judgment Day gets the win. And Damian Priest's winning streak here, it continues. He has been dominant. Oh, they're going to shake hands. We're going to ignore this. They're not shaking hands. It's a fake. And Priest and Machine, they go to fight. They go toe-to-toe. They go to battle it out because it's retribution and the Judgment Day. There's no friendship here. They're at each other's throats, by God. So that was our number 1 of Monday Night Raw. Do make sure you come on back for our number 2 WWE Monday Night Raw here on TB Sports 27. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.